Welcome back, everyone, to Poppin' Often Real Often. Today, we're going to be looking at Siren, Amy's third job. If you guys haven't seen the second job video I made, it's up. If you guys haven't seen the fourth job video I made, it's up. If you guys get value out of my content, if you guys learn something new out of my content, and you guys want to help support the channel and keep my content going so others can learn new things, Patreon is where you want to go. I appreciate any and all support. Thank you guys for keeping the channel going. So let's talk about the basics here. Once again, like I said in the Muse video, I'm probably gonna say in every single Amy video, she's not a traditional character, and you have to look at her so. She's not a character that is normal. You have to look at her as like, okay, you're a different type of character. You're like a made up version of a fighter. She's very, very weird. She's very, very awkward. But that weird and awkwardness is charming, and that's why people like Amy. So let's go ahead and talk about our stances here. So we have dance mode and we have fighting mode. Per usual, whenever you swap, you get a defense buff. So you want to make sure that buff keeps going throughout your dungeons and throughout your PvPs. If you can keep it going and keep it stacked. So the basics here. So we have Z, Z, Z. Okay. Then we have Z, Z, Z critical. We always have criticals. If you don't know if it has criticals, just do the attack and press over, and she'll do it. She'll do a move. She also has Z over, which shoots a stuffed animal, hits him on the head. That is like, it's not even a stuffed animal. I think it's just pets. She's literally just shooting pets at people. That's disrespectful. And then she has dash Z. Then she has up Z. Then she has up down Z. Up down ZZ is the little booty thing, but she doesn't have to choose to go. One thing I know Amy mains are a little bit frustrated at is the fact that they nerfed her. In PvP, you're not allowed to do the auto that you would do. So it looks something like this. You would go over to the platform and you would just kind of like bounce yourself back up. So let me see. You see? So it looks something like that, and you can keep doing it over and over and over. But they nerfed it. I think it's definitely needed to be nerfed. The thing is, though, it was hard to do. So that's the thing. Like, sometimes when I see some of these nerfs, it's like, it's not really easy to pull off. So why would you nerf it, you know? But I guess if you are really good at it, you're kind of putting the players that... I think they're just streamlining PvP. They're making it so that if you're new or if you're a veteran, you're not going to get stomped because someone knows more than you. Although not every single job got nerfed in that sort of way. Like Gunslinger can still pull that off. But... I guess I can kind of see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it a little bit more friendly and a little bit more balanced, but I think that particular thing maybe didn't need a nerf. Maybe like let her do it 5 or 6 times and then say, okay, you can't do it anymore, something like that, lock her out, but you can't do that anymore. So you have to be a little bit more constructive with how you use this move. You have up Z, then you have up down Z, which is what we talked about. Then we have up dash Z, pretty much just a dash attack in the air. Then you have up Z, pretty much the same thing. Then you have up down Z, pretty much the same thing. And then you have, of course, up dash Z. So it's pretty much the same stuff. They're just telling you over and over and over again. There's not really much to this specific stance that you guys may not know about. It's a pretty simple stance, so I'm not gonna like talk about anything with it because like there's nothing to it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now we have the fighting mode. So that's when we press X and we swap. Fighting mode, Z, 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 Z. Okay, you also have a critical, as you see. Then you have the dash Z, same thing. This one doesn't have a random chance of falling, but you can cancel the fall if you want to, like that. See, you don't have to you don't have to press it again. If you just dash and press it once, she won't trip. But if you want her to trip, she will. I don't know if she's invincible. Someone would have to let me know, but I'm pretty sure she's not. If she chooses to fall, she's screwed. So time that very, very wisely. She also has like a jump Z, of course, a jump down Z, same exact thing. This was more of a simple version of Amy. Not really much to it, very self-explanatory. There's a lot of skill expression, don't get me wrong, but there's really nothing to this job too fantastic and spectacular. All right, so let's get into some tips and tricks here. And then we'll talk about her skills. So a couple of tips and tricks you want to know. It's the same thing. If you decide to change your stance midair, you will fall straight down. A way to remedy to this is, once again, just try to change your stance in situations where you're probably not going to be moving anyway. So if I'm trying to run and I'm trying to get away, and I'm doing something, I'm going to switch over here so that way, you know, I'm already stuck anyway. Might as well go down, right? So you really want to be careful about it. You know you're going to land, swap real quick, and then go under. You see how I was already going to land anyway. I swap because I'm going to be landing and going under the platform anyway. I'm not really slowing down my speed. It's way different than doing this. We'll do the same example, but we'll swap at a weird time. way different. It's just try to time it in really, really good spots so you're not knocked up in dungeons and so you're not killed in PvP. Another thing you want to know is that the stance cancels everything. So the stance cancels this. If you want to trick somebody, make it look like you're going down, you can. So, see? And then swap it. Trick them. If you're really good, you can do it as she's flying down, but it's really, really fast, and you gotta time it really, really well to do it, but you can do something like that. In that way, it looks like you're flying, but you're not, and you're changing stance too. Especially if you want to change stance to use another ability, it's a very, very good way to change your stance. So let's just say, you know, I'm in the singing stance, and I want to do an ability of the fighting stance, and I have to swap. I would probably do something like this. See what I mean? So I came down as the performance mode. I came down as the dance mode, and I swapped as I hit. And they actually coded this one a little bit better. So when you do slam, you're actually able to use an ability, and it's not going to screw you up. They made it so it kind of synergizes really, really well together, and that's what I do like about it. They actually thought about players doing that, and it's a very, very cool way to trick people. Once again, another way you can do it is without actually landing. I mean, without actually hitting them. So you can just do it like this. Right? I don't even have to hit you with the ball. You might be over there. You'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you up there? And then you just come down on them. And they're like, oh, that's what she's doing. Let's just go over the abilities. Here we go. We'll start with the dancing mode. So we have this. Then we have this. The virus reduces the speed of which you regain HP, I'm pretty sure. The second bar confuses. And then you have the third bar here, which gives you HP recovery. Okay. Then we have the fighting mode. Easy clap. Then you have the second bar here. I love that move, by the way. That's like one of the coolest ones in this job, or in her job, period. Then we have this one. And that's pretty much just it to this job. Once again, you want to be unpredictable. You want to be weird with it. You want to make sure that nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows what your next move is. Like you said in the Muse video, you want to be that fly. You want to be that fly that's really just unpredictable. Nobody can hit you. You're super annoying. And when you go in when you know it's safe. You go in when you know you're not going to get killed. So you want to be distant. You want to zone, right? It's all about zoning. It's all about crowd control. It's all about keeping them at a distance. It's all about like making them play your game. That's how you play aiming. So I hope this helped you. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below. And of course, if you got any value out of my content and you want to help see my content continue to grow, that way others can continue to get the value out of the content as well and learn something new, I'd appreciate any and all support on my Patreon. Link description below. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, what I always say, thank you for what? Popping often, will often.